Hello, Somicron. You sound a bit under the weather. Are you all right? Good. Glad to hear it. but it would not be based on any truth, is what you're saying here. True. Mm, Polly says he can't hear you, but also Polly says a lot of things. Okay. Somicron is checking to see why his mic isn't working. This is the best part of live streaming, is you're like, why are my sound inputs or outputs not working properly? Not great. Real bad, actually. The worst part of it. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Uh, is
Do
it
we lock
working?
up? Did the
No.
stream lock up for me?
I don't know. It's working for me.
Refresh it.
No. Well, it's working.
Okay, we're good.
It's working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's working.
Yeah. So no, I'm not going to call in sick to work so I can go and watch Project Hail Mary. I might leave work early and go see it so I can get a fancier showing.
A fancier showing? What's a fancier showing?
Well, there's the regular screenings, and then there's IMAX, and then there's Screen X.
Oh, right, the Screen X thing.
Yeah.
Righto, righto.
Yep.
Yeah. Is it worth an IMAX? Is
I
it one
don't.
of those movies that's like IMAX is good?
I have no idea, but like a bigger screen is just
Okay.
nice, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, there's some movies that are like talkie movies and there aren't action set pieces, and an IMAX is kind of a waste on that one, in my opinion.
Well, maybe, but at the very least, there's a better chance that I'm gonna get a nicer seat because there's more seats in the middle of the screen.
That's true. More
Yep.
available seats.
Yep.
Depending what time of day you go, too. You might just be the only person in there.
Yeah, I mean that would be weird. Like going to the movies at 11 a.m. and being the only one in there, that might be a little strange. I
Yes,
feel like
could be.
I feel like that's a people are going to movies kind of time, even if it is on the middle of a Thursday. Like, I'm going. Where are the rest of the bakers? Why am I here by myself?
Right. I'll have to go see it then. If you're going to see it, I'll definitely see it. I'm planning on it.
Good, good.
Did I tell you this? My daughter likes buying books instead of, librarying books. So she has like a giant bookshelf at her mom's house and a giant bookshelf here. And I'm like, you are going to be the worst person to move
Yeah.
for the rest of your life.
Uh-huh.
She's moving, not helping. It's like 20 boxes of books. Um, but yeah, she's like, can I get Project Hail Mary? And I was like, sure. So yeah, so she got Project Hail Mary because a friend told her that she should read it, and I was like, there's a movie coming out next week, and she's like, no. So she didn't know there was a movie, so she's reading the book now. And
Mm-hmm.
we should go see it together. So we'll see. We'll see what she has going on.
Excellent. I have heard the book's really
Uh,
good, and
yeah, I've heard nothing but kind of raves.
it's Andy Weir who wrote The Martian, which is also a great movie.
Yeah, and a good book. I read The Martian and saw the movie. That's a good book.
Mm-hmm. I, in preparation for Project Hail Mary, watched The Martian yesterday. So,
Ah,
not strictly related, but both spacey themed. So I feel like it's justified.
yeah, totally justified. I think for some reason the part I remember the most from that movie is when his crew, what is it? They have to like loop past him before they can come back around and pick him up.
They have to do
Does that
they
happen?
have to do a slingshot around the Earth and go back to Mars to get him.
Yes, I know, but
But there's a thing where they're going so fast that they have to try and like slow down to catch him. There is no looping Mars. They just have to like try to slow down and get him, and then they're like, okay, but if we slow down, we're gonna be like 68 kilometers away, and our rope's only 200 meters.
yeah,
And then like, okay, well we can do this other thing, and they're like, great. So we did that, and now we're close, but the relative velocities is like we're moving like on a speeding car on a highway compared to him. And if like we try and grab him, we'll just be like throwing ourselves against the pavement out of a moving car, you know. So they have to
Right.
slow down in this other way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
I like it.
It's good. I just probably explained the pivotal moment, like the climactic scenes of the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie, sorry.
It's 10 years old. I think we're okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
Yep.
Yeah, also potatoes are a very important part of the story, and potatoes are great, so that's why I like the story as well.
It's true.
Yep.
Yep. He eats them with
He
crushed
survives for
Viking.
months eating like nothing but potatoes and like some vitamins and crushed Vicodin.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
The movie is very like it's a good movie and it's a good story. I do feel it's a bit, and then we had to explain how he got off the planet, which was NASA pre-launched a bunch of rockets to land on Mars and then just hoped they didn't fall over in the preceding years. What was the inciting event of this? Oh, their rocket was going to fall over in a storm, so they had to leave.
Right.
It's like, okay, that's convenient. I'll allow it anyway.
It is.
The rest of it's really nice.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard a lot of people say like there's no wind on Mars, so like what are you talking about? But all right. Have to have an inciting incident of some kind.
I think there's wind on Mars because it has an atmosphere.
But I've heard I don't know, there's not enough to like gale force winds like they had in the movie to where it like can threaten to knock over a humongous spaceship.
Right. Like at the end of the movie, he has to take the top off the rocket that's still there, and it's like, well, we're gonna put a top on because there's not enough atmosphere for it to for wind resistance to really matter. You just need like a little bit there, which is why you can get away with a top instead of like the heavy ass nose cone of a rocket. But if the wind was that thin, like the atmosphere was that thin, you wouldn't have the storm that caused the start of the movie.
Yes. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
It's a thing.
It is. Anyway, good stuff. I didn't know it was Andy Weir. That actually makes me more excited for it. That's funny. Yeah, you're the first person that's like, hey, it's by the author who wrote The Martian. Like everybody's like, great book, so good, looking forward to the movie, and no one's like, and also he wrote The Martian. Would have been good to know. I mean, I guess I could have done some googling myself, but I don't know. Yeah. This is weird. I'm watching the stream and it keeps freezing.
I'm watching the stream and it's not. So.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's anyone else. I just think it's me for some reason.
Your internet.
Move it to a different window. Nope, froze up again.
Try it.
Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm sure everything's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
One of the podcasts I've been listening to, they've been talking about the movie upcoming because they're like huge fans of the book, and they like talk about the trailer, and I'm like, I haven't seen the trailer, but they talk about it, and then they talk about what the author has to say about the trailer and what is or isn't a spoiler, and I'm like, it's pointless to talk about this. It's all spoilers. I don't really care what Andy Weir says about what is or isn't a spoiler. If you talk about something I don't know is in the movie, it's a spoiler.
Yeah, so. I really don't. I don't think it's important to differentiate at that point. Everything's a spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could run you through their arguments, but to explain it, I would have to spoil the movie for you.
Yeah, I understand.
Andy Weir doesn't think it's a spoiler, so I wouldn't have to spoil it by his standards.
I don't think I like his standards very much. Yeah. Anywho's, that is that. We're still playing Rogue Trader.
We are.
At twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin. We're in stupid Kimura, and I hate it, and it sucks. But it's really thematically appropriate because you're supposed to hate being in Kimura.
Yep.
Like nobody in any book I've ever read is like, hooray, we get to go to Kimura. This is wonderful. It's a vacation. It's like, nope, it's terrible. Even for the stupid Drukhari who live there, they're like, oh, no, this isn't great. Not their favorite place.
You have to, like, there are, I can't name a book where there is a Drukhari who's happy to be in Kimura.
Yeah.
These are the Drukhari at the top of Kimura's food chain. Of which there are like
five. Most places. If you're on the top, most places are pretty great to be. Yeah. That's funny.
Do not recommend
name
myself.
Yeah, so we're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, part of it too is that you go to Kimura and you lose your entire party. It's like
Yeah.
you're used to having all your party members with you, and it's a lot of fun to have all these different characters and their interactions. And then you're like, nope, it's you. And you have to one by one pick them up off the ground and rebuild your party. And
Right.
it's taken us like 2-3 hours to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I will interject slightly here and say you did not give a shit about any of those party members in our first playthrough.
Oh,
Like you've spent a little time doing like Cabela's side quests and stuff, which is true. We have done that. But
yeah.
you can talk to those characters a bunch, and you've never at any stance been like, Abelard, let's have a conversation that wasn't directly related to a quest, right?
That's because I know everything about Abelard already. What am I going to learn about Abelard?
Well, I mean,
He's from House Wassarian. The Drivestones wanted to kill them all. He fought them off. Hooray, they're in a good place. And Dargonis. He was really loyal to Theodora. He was super iconoclast. The end. That's Abelard.
how can you know what you don't know? Like you're like, what? What would I have learned that I could have gotten out of those conversations? Here's all the stuff I got out of different conversations. Maybe different conversations are different things.
Tell me something that is interesting about Abelard that I didn't just list.
I don't know. We haven't done those conversations.
Okay.
We haven't done those conversations. Like, how would
Is
I
there
know?
anything-
We've not done them with any of the characters. It's not just Abelard, it's Adira, it's Agenta, it's Pascal. Name something we learnt from a conversation with one of those characters because you said, I want to go and learn something about their backstory and have a conversation with them that wasn't
They're
directly
not
involved
that
into a
deep.
quest.
I know Pascal's backstory, and it is hilarious. Adira is just an unsanctioned psyker who has whispers bothering her all the time and was fiercely loyal to Theodora. I'm sure she has some backstory of being picked up somewhere on a black ship or something, blah, 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 whatever. And
Yeah.
again,
Like,
just if you want me to talk to your characters, game, give me hooks. Like, friggin' okay, Argenta. We did Argenta's thing in the first playthrough because she was like, I'm on a quest to do a thing. And I was like, that's cool. Let's do your quest, Argenta. But nobody else has anything like that. They're all just like, we're just here.
no,
We're just here doing whatever you want to do, Rogue Trader.
nope. They all have quests.
I mean, Cassia's a prisoner.
in
It's
this
kind of
playthrough,
interesting.
Did you know you can shackle her powers? Like in the event where
Ooh.
you go to pick her up, there's a thing that you can like stab her with if you side with the other Orcelio side of the house, and like
Oh, wow.
her powers become like drained and chained to like your will.
Yo, this is a little less messy, but kind of the same thing.
Yeah. And it might have something to do with explaining what the Atlas is a little bit sooner than like 50 hours into the game. You know?
When we're in Kimura,
Yeah. Like Adira, you made a promise to her that we'd try and find something to do about her powers. You could talk to her about that. You know, you can make good on that promise.
Yeah, but again, I just don't care. Every time she says anything, she talks about colors and emotions, and I'm like,
That's Cassio, but yeah.
that is Cassia.
I said Adira.
Yes. Oh, right. And every time I talk to Adira, she talks about her voices. I'm just saying, give me hooks. Give me hooks. In the process of the game, when they chime in about stuff, have them say something interesting. Don't make me go hunt them down to dig interesting stuff out of their heads.
I feel like a lot of games, they introduce a character and they go, hey, look, here's their deal. And then you present it with an opportunity where you can voluntarily seek out more information about those. Most players will, or at least the game will assume most players will. I think that's fair. If you from then do nothing with them, that's okay. That's them failing to grab you. But I would not want Adira butting in with her problems and her story every time she was in the party and we were doing something story. Being like, just a reminder, I've got this thing happening over here. It's a hook. Please follow it.
No. Again, this is not an all or nothing. This is not a binary Somicron. I'm saying a couple times. We're reading her. We're not skipping over her lines of dialogue. If a couple times she's like, interesting thing, I'd be like, whoa, that is interesting. maybe we should follow that up. It's never that though. It's always
Mm.
the voices are telling me things.
And what if her voices are her dead friends, like that one world eater from Fabius Bile, and we just haven't asked to find out whose voices there are that's talking to her?
I don't care. That's not interesting to me.
Sometimes if you want hooks, you have to go to a fishing shop. Like, you have to go into the shop to buy the hook.
I know. I don't want to do that. I'm saying
Right.
it's bad game design. Like Baldur's Gate 3 is like, here's Will. He's got demon horns. What the hell? And then you're interested in finding out about Will,
Well,
right?
no.
Okay.
Will's just the guy with
little
horns. No, Will's just the guy with horns. They have literal devils in that game, where it's like, okay, all these
But
people have
he's
horns.
just a dude. He's just a dude. Look, I'm just saying, in Baldur's Gate 3, we dove into the backstories of a lot of those characters, didn't we?
Some more than others, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And why? You know what I think part of it is?
Because we went and talked to them.
Right. But I think part of it is we had a long rest system.
Yeah.
And it was easy to get into the habit of like long rest. Let's see if anyone has something new and interesting to say before we go back out.
Oh, for
and Rogue Trader doesn't have that.
No, it doesn't.
I think that's part of the problem.
Yeah, I do
Interesting.
think if this game had been delayed like another year, they would have seen Baldur's Gate and gone, oh shit, we gotta delay this another 5 years. And overhaul a bunch of it. I feel like at the end of a planet, when you're going back to like fix up all of your injuries and stuff, that's a good time to like be like, hey, let's go and have a chat and see what everyone thinks about what we did and if they have any input on our choices after it. But we've never done that, and I'm fine with that. Like, I'm totally okay with just being like, ignore these people. They're just yeah, to a degree.
Okay, great.
There's a reason
I'm glad we're on the same page.
I'm letting you steer the ship, you know.
Yeah. I get that.
If you don't want to cab, but like, I wouldn't say I'm really enjoying all their interactions and going and collecting them in Kimura. Well, I miss their interactions and, you know, in things, because they never interact with each other either. I think that's a weakness of the game. That like, Adira just says something about her whispers, Cassia talks about her colors, and Abelard is just mad at any time anything offends the Rogue Trader's station. You know,
right?
They rarely talk to each other, and like, one of the first quests you get when you immediately become in charge of the ship is that Adira and Cassia get into an argument, and we just ignored it. You know, it's like, here's a hook. Here's a hook, and you're like, no.
Was it
yeah, there's a whole.
What was the hook? What was the hook? Why are you girls fighting?
Well, Adira was having a psycho moment, and Argenta was having a faithy zealot moment, and they wanted to kill each other. And you're like, well, who do I side with? And you just said, go away.
Yeah, unsanctioned psyker versus zealot adeptus sororitas. Wow, that's a weird interaction. I wonder how that one's gonna go.
Well, it could be weird if the Rogue Trader puts his finger on the scale. You know?
How? Make Argenta cool with unsanctioned psychers now?
You probably can't make her cool with it, but it might be the start of like corrupting her. You could try to see where those paths lead. You could let her kill Adira and see if that makes her happy to you.
But you wouldn't like that. I can't let that happen. You like Adira. She's great. She has a bird.
Yeah, she has a bird, but I can get a bird other ways.
But I mean, she sets everyone on fire. She does huge amounts of damage.
Her fire attacks.
She's a very important DPS.
Her fire attacks are not even her default stuff. I had to specialize into that. Like,
yes, that's true.
She's meant to be a divination telepath, not a pyromancer. I had to take an extra point in that to give it to her. So we could just make ourselves a new psycho once Adira's dead and have her be even better than Adira ever was, because I won't be wasting all these points in divination or telekinetics.
Yeah.
So,
fair. Anywho.
Also, the second thing, my second point, is when we're in Kimura, we get like 3 of those crew members back right at the same time. Like, just walking around for 2 hours, and then you get one more, and then you get one more, and then you get your entire party back.
Yep.
Very quickly after that.
Yeah, I know. I said 2 to 3 hours. I didn't say it was like 10 hours of missing everyone.
You said going around and picking them up one by one, which is slightly true, but not really.
Okay. That's fine. That's a correction I'll allow.
Yeah.
Okay, and part of the issue is too, they're on the bridge,
Mhm.
right? So every time we go to the bridge, they're there, but they're not like right there. They're kind of scattered all over the place, and I forget where anyone is.
Mhm. Yeah. I
And
know.
plus, there's a ton of NPCs, so like I'm like, wait, who?
Watching you try to fight
Where's?
high factotum generous Danrock every time we want to
Yeah,
chat with him is very funny because he literally never moves.
he never moves, but sometimes he's behind a pillar.
Right, but spin the camera. He won't be behind the pillar anymore.
And I did. Eventually, I spun the camera, and there he was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
God, I wish the ping system didn't just like put a dot on the map and was actually like an arrow on the screen for you to see, so I can ping someone and it'll be like,
I know.
it's here. The game needs work.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's almost like infuriating when there's a ping because I'm like, I know you're trying to show me something, but I can't see it.
Right. Yeah.
It's a bad system, is what it is.
It is.
Yeah. Rogue Trader. Good times. Looking forward to doing some more of it after the pod. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Faux show. What else is going on? The animes. How are the animes going? Frieren?
Yeah, Frieren had a banger of an episode last week.
Yeah.
The conclusion to like a 3-parter.
Yep. So there's this demon lord general, I think they call him. He's got 4 arms and he has 4 magic swords. Yeah, he is. He's a snake man.
He's just a big old snake man who does magic.
Yep. Yeah, so he's basically been destroying all these villages in the northern lands to hope to lure out some mages so he can kill them. And it works, because obviously, good plan, solid. And then he's like, okay, so 4 mages, 3 mages, and a fighter have showed up at this one village that's not far away. Cool.
No,
and 4 mages?
Frieren, Fun, Dude, Woman.
Oh, you're right. Method and Genau. Thank you. You're right. 4 mages and then Stark. Poor Stark. Yeah.
Let's be honest. He's just an axe mage.
He really is. Like, I know they're like, he doesn't have any magic powers at all. But like,
Are you sure?
He does a lot of crazy stuff for a guy with an axe. Yeah. Right. I agree with that. And so then there's this it's like a child mage, right? Like a 10, 11-year-old, sorry, not mage, demon. Who's like, we can take him. And Fulgrim Demon's like, don't feel good about this. And I was like, you are making a good call, sir. I don't know what you're sensing, but you are right to split this party. Because, if he tried to fight Fern and Frieren and Method at the same time, he would have died immediately. Like, no chance.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even necessarily be like, oh, I'm reading their manas and I'm worried here. He just goes, I know I can wait and let these guys split up. Like, we'll just hold back for 5 minutes. It's fine.
I know, but I don't think it's a matter of course. I think he says this particular situation feels off to me. So let's split them.
So that episode was 2 weeks ago at this point.
Yeah.
And I'd have to go back and check. So I can't definitively say go for it. But he's like, no, if we wait, they'll split up because one always stays behind to protect their dead, right? Like, he knows that's going to happen. So
he does.
He's just, like, cool with waiting anyway.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't think he didn't act like it was a matter of course, matter of fact thing he always does when he's fighting first-class mages.
But we know he did it the last time with Genau and his old partner. Then he, like, Genau went off to go and get reinforcements, and his old partner stayed to defend the corpses.
That's true.
So I feel like it might be.
Fair enough. Anywho. Yeah, so there's this little, like, 11, 12-year-old demon. We've seen children demons before on the show. This isn't a new thing. She seems extremely interested in humans and figuring out why they do what they do. She's like, why would they bother protecting their dead bodies? And Fulgrim's like, I don't fucking know. They're weird, man, but we can take advantage of it, so let's do that. It's very funny. And yeah, my daughter was like, she's great. I like her a lot. She's very cute. And I'm like, she's probably not going to end well for this one. But all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, they split it up. There's a couple other demon mages that try to kill Fern and Methode and Freerin. And hilariously, Freerin's like, all right, Fern, you got this. This is a first class mage thing. I'm not a first class mage. I'm going to go over here and watch for a minute. Good luck.
Right.
Fern's like, is this a time to be petty? Really? Now?
Yeah. Oh wow, it's so nice to sit back and watch from a distance every once in a while. It's like, okay.
Yeah, there's a shot of her like 500 yards away, just like, look at those explosions. Neat.
Very funny.
Oh my gosh, Fearin is so funny sometimes. I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we learned that Methode is one of those mages that has different spells she fights with. She's not Fern, who's been, drilled into her since she was a child. You use this one type of magic, and that is it by Fearin.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the other mages that we see are also that way, but they're not drilled by Freerin. Like Ubel only cuts things with her magic because she can picture cutting anything.
Right.
And then there's the
I know.
mage.
There's other
like,
ones.
I feel like all of them just do one kind of magic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anywho, they win their fight. There's magic. There's a magic fog that the demons kind of bring into the battlefield that they can use to draw mana from it and like use that for their attacks, which is kind of an interesting idea. I like that.
Are they drawing on the fog for magic?
I think so.
No, I don't
think one of them was.
I don't think so.
I think it was just to mask where they were.
They were using it as like scouting. They could feel through it and be like, okay, they're over here because I can sense through the fog. But I don't think they were drawing on the fog to power their own spells at that point. Because they were like, why would you get rid of the fog? I could just cast this again. If you're casting the fog, drawing it back to cast more spells doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
That's true, but it is magic. I'm not sure logic has everything to do with it.
Logic is the only thing. How can we have fun if we do not follow the rules?
Okay, Brandon Sanderson, jeez. Anyway, they win. And then the two dudes, Stark and Gunau, are fighting against Fulgrim. And they both get impaled right through their chests, which... less of a concern, maybe. Yeah, than it really should be for most people.
Yeah.
Gunau's got some crazy wing magic where he can like sprout these wings that shoot sharp feathers as an attack. That's kind of cool.
They're like steel wings, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he uses them to block sword strikes.
Gunau's got this thing where he's like, I don't know if I'm a good person because my partner died because he was protecting innocents in the village and he shouldn't have died. And I would never do that. And then immediately he gets tricked into protecting what he thinks is a leftover girl in this destroyed village. And she stabs him in the chest. And it's like, dude, you can't. Okay. He spends like 2 episodes being like, man, I would never do that. I'd never sacrifice myself to save someone else. That's real stupid. Then immediately he does it when he's put forward with the option. It's like, you don't even know who you are at all, do you, guy?
Right. Well, that might be the point. Right?
Yeah.
That he's trying to be this cold, unfeeling person, but he's really not. He's just trying to do it to, like, appease Mistress Sari, and he's like, I need to be cold. Yeah. She says this is the way for mages to be. And then he's, like, constantly being just, like, given marching orders, be like, go defend a village from demons. And it's like, well... I can't be uncaring in this situation. That's a child.
Except his buddy died saving a child as well, and he was like, that guy's a dumbass. So
yeah,
it wasn't like it's a child this time. Clearly, I must sacrifice myself for a child. No.
I mean, he could be lying to himself in that previous moment where he's like, he sacrificed himself for a child. I'd never make that mistake. He's just clearly lying to himself.
Yes, he is, 100%.
Yeah. I don't feel like every time a character says anything, it has to be 100% true for that person the entire time.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, it's a little bit like, you seem like an adult. Maybe figure out who you are before now.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So what was another thing in that fight that I was? That's about it. That's about it. So then they win. Hooray! They killed the
Hooray.
demon general.
Yep.
And by golly, it really seems like if the other mages didn't come back, they would have just died.
For sure.
So good thing they won their fight.
Yeah, and I feel like this is the first time in 2 seasons that we've actually seen healing magic. Like, we know Hyta was along with the party of heroes, and he was a priest, and priests in fantasy always do healing magic.
Yep.
But this is the first time we've seen it, and this is definitely the first time we've been told that Freerin can do a little bit of it.
Yeah. Because Metode's like, can I come hang out with you guys for a while? Because you don't have a priest. And Freerin's like, I know some priest spells. I'm like, which ones?
Right.
Hold on a second.
Which ones, and what do they do?
Tell us what you got. Yeah. Not interested in explaining that at all.
No, not even a little bit.
No. No. Also, really funny interaction with Methode and Freerin, where she's like, can I pat you? Can I pet your head? Siri only let me do it for like 10 minutes a day.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, wow, I'm surprised you got that much with her. That's insane.
Yeah.
And Freerin's like, no, definitely not. And Fern's like, no, definitely not. But then Methode was smart, and she came prepared, and she had a rare grimoire that had a spell that keeps eggshells out of your cooking when you're cracking eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. Freerin was done. Her one weakness is rare grimoires with terribly useless spells.
It's not a useless spell. That person could choke on an eggshell. You could save a child's life by using that spell, Falcon. I think it's mandatory. Everyone should know it.
You're right. You're probably right about that. Yeah. And then she's like, sure, you can pet me all you want.
Uh-huh.
They're just walking down the road, just pat, pat. Methode's like in heaven. Fern's really pissed off about this. It's very funny.
Yeah.
But she's like, can I hug you? And Fern's like, you can do whatever you want. She's just, man, rare grimoires. It's her crack.
It is, yeah.
Crack cocaine. Fern, again, still very upset about this whole thing.
I really enjoyed that when we get the montage of them looking a little bit after Stark when he's healing at the end. We get another scene to add to the list of weird places Freerin sleeps, and this time it's over Fern. Fern's laying on a bed normally, and Freerin's the other way, going across her.
Yeah, she's the best sleeper. She really is. Very entertaining. It's a good character quirk to have, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's fine. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fern's good.
Yep. Are you caught up with Sentenced to Be a Hero?
I think I'm one back.
Okay.
I think there's one that came out that I missed.
Okay.
But I'm up to the point where good grief. Where the is it the Thieves Guild? Who's the guy?
It's just the guild. Yeah, it's the Adventurers Guild.
Leodoric.
Yeah.
Yeah, his little sister. Then he turned into an assassin, which is hilarious.
Uh-huh.
She's been killed, and her body's being puppeted by somebody called Spriggan, who's apparently a demon lord of their own or something.
Yeah.
That's where I got to. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm rapidly losing interest in the show.
Really? How come?
Well, I want to use the most recent episode as an example, but you haven't seen it.
Tell me one thing. It'll be fine.
Okay. So, at the end of episode 9, they managed to collect a very small amount of evidence, right, from this burning building, right? The guild burns down, they've just got this stuff. And they're looking at...
Because what's his face threw a bunch of evidence into the fire in the previous episode. Yeah.
And so they've got, like, this wooden block thing. It looks like a big chunky key. And they're like, it's a contract or something, and it's just covered with runes, and you don't know what they mean. But the camera stares and lingers at one that's a circle with a line through it. And about 80% of the episode is doing things to make the connection between that symbol and the temple, which we already know is evil, to really confirm that the temple is evil. You know, and that they're in league with the coexistence. It's like, okay, Xylo and Tarita are going to go visit an orphanage, and that symbol's on the side of the temples, and then it's also the thing that's hanging around people's necks, and then there's a book about the temple in like this library just for officers, and it's got that symbol on it, you know, and it's just like, okay, I
Yeah.
get it. I, I, I have eyes. I can see that like that symbol is everywhere. and,
Yes, it totally is.
and it follows the exact same formula as introduce someone who is crazy, like with all the penal heroes, and then have a fight. You know,
Right. Yeah.
and I'm a little done with that loop after
That
10.
formula.
Yeah,
I gotcha. I hear you.
that's all.
I did think it was interesting in the episode that I watched. Xylo and two of his harem members are fighting the Adventurers Guild out in the open square, right?
Yeah,
And then Terrorita shows up with the rest of the heroes, and I was like, "Oh no!"
yeah.
Because like, sure, Xylo's blowing people up, I guess,
uh-huh.
but man, these guys are gonna kill everybody, and it's a power scaling problem. You can't show these guys holding off hordes of like demon monsters with unkillable energies and powers, and then set them loose against normal dudes with sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, like that was a decision to make. That was like, wow, okay, yeah. And then immediately they just start getting exploded, and I'm like, yeah, all right,
Uh-huh.
fair enough. I like the dragon guy being like, I'm gonna do this in a way that spares the horses because I like horses.
That's fair. That's fair. So the new guy, I'm not gonna say anything like too much about him, but his thing is artillery. So he's crazy. And
Yeah, the one that they said they had to break out of jail in the last episode.
yeah, so they break him out of jail.
Yeah.
Barely an inconvenience.
Rhino. Yeah.
His thing is he makes things explode, so he's a bit like Xylo, which means he's not distinctly interesting in his attacks or anything. He obviously prefers range because they call him artillery, but also he's maybe just
Right.
in love with Xylo, so he's another harem member.
Oh, he is. Oh, good. He needed another one.
Yeah, but he's a dude this time, so it's
Yeah.
different.
Not really.
Thank you for picking up on my sarcasm.
Some people would disagree with you, but I don't. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so let's see how that goes.
Cool.
So I don't know. What do you want it to do? Like, what did you expect from this show when you had higher hopes for it?
I don't know, something. Give it like go into detail about the conspiracy with the temple and how they've been infiltrated by demons, and so is the royalty or the nobility or something. But they're just like, okay, we've established that the temple might have some suspicious characters, and then we reestablish it with Vanadum being like printing just what he thinks are lies, but the church is like, oh shit, that's the truth.
Because, yeah, right. We got that like 4 episodes ago. Right.
And now they're like, oh, we found this symbol that belongs to the temple in the guild, and now let's
right.
spend a bunch of time reconfirming that. You know?
Right. Yeah, I get that. That's annoying.
Yeah,
don't show us the suspicions are confirmed directly, and then 5 episodes later be like, the characters don't know that, though. They better spend some time confirming the suspicions. Yeah. That's just bad storytelling.
It's not even the characters are confirming it, right?
Okay.
It's just showing it for us. Okay, so Vanadum, he knows because they told him, and so he has to try to find a way to tell Xylo without telling him, otherwise they'll know, because that's like part of his sentencing. And so he's breaking into a library to like look at this book, and he gets caught by the lady knight. I can't remember her name, but she wants Xylo, right?
She does, captain. Right?
And she's like looking at the book and goes, "Oh, that's the holy symbol." So she kind of is confirming it, but only that Vanadum is interested in the temple. And then later, with a conversation with him, he goes, "Oh, and give my regards to your uncle," or something, right? I think she like freaks out at that and is like threatening to kill him immediately because she thinks he's implying that he's evil because the temple's evil. And then at the end of the episode, like after the credits, she's having a conversation with her uncle and he says something weird and she goes, "Oh, he is evil," and that's it. Right, so it's not even Xylo is figuring it out, you know.
Yeah. the secondary characters figuring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. I mean,
All right. Well,
you could
I mean,
show us anything about how their plots and plans work and why they're evil, maybe. Do the
yeah.
coexisters have a point, maybe?
Well,
No?
what's his face? Leodric, the leader of the guild that
Hmm.
died in the last episode, is like, look, they've taken over most of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our Earth is covered by demon blight. There's very small pockets of humanity remaining. They're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to secure safety for myself and my family. I want to be, the subclass that's not the worst subclass when the demon blight takes over.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine that's the same mentality and the same ideology that the people within the church and the government have, is they're just like, we're losing, man.
Yeah.
This is a lost cause, and let's just make sure that we're on top as we can be when the dust settles, and maybe we're not going to be in charge anymore, but it's better than being dead or being in the lowest caste, right?
Yeah. Cased.
Yeah, I think
Cost.
that's what it is. Cost. Sorry, it's a
Cased.
cost. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that. We have no idea. We've not
I
been
think that's all it
shown.
is. What else would it be?
I don't know. A double bluff to get in and find out the enemy's plots and plans and then use that against them?
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't think that's anything the show has shown us
Right, but
with anybody in that position. Yeah.
Well, when in 10 episodes would they have had the time? You know?
Well, when they do show us our characters in front of the church or the council, they're always cartoonishly evil villains.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing gray about them whatsoever in those situations.
So imagine how great a plot twist that will be. Right? Really subvert expectations.
You got to give your viewers something. You can make them cartoonishly evil, but there has to be an element of where you believe maybe they're actually trying to preserve humanity in what they're doing. But if there's none of that, then I don't know if it's a subversion as much as it is just a complete rug pull, just a complete. We didn't give you any hints this was the case, but here it is, which everybody loves. I know that's everyone's favorite storytelling structure.
But
yeah,
they could have done something. They've done nothing. Is my point. Like, they've shown us that one guy who maybe runs a paramilitary force of adventurers maybe has ties to the temple, but the temple feels like it's everywhere because it's the government. So as far as we know, the connection could just be innocuous, right? Like, they have a protection contract with the guild, and occasionally they send a high level priest to a different city and they hire the adventurers for protection. Wow, what a plot twist.
Right. Not so much.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, what's interesting too is that by setting your story in a place where the demon blight is almost won, you kind of can't drag this out too long, right? You can't have 2 or 3 or 4 seasons where it's like the demon blight's almost won. We promise they're almost here this season.
You
can, but it's a bad move.
Attack on Titan was like, hey, humanity is just this one walled city. It's just us. They're sending out the last of their scouts or whatever, trying to find anything that they can use against the Titans. 4 seasons, and the fourth season was 3 seasons because they just kept taking breaks for forever. This is the final season, part 1, part 2. The final episode, part 3, you know.
Right,
really,
right.
They just kept dragging it. Well, I shouldn't say dragging. Dragging's not the right word for something that's actually good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And
so they could make it to season 4 and be like, boy, the demon blight is still sure almost won.
That, and we've as far as I'm aware, we haven't seen a world map. So they keep saying that the demon blight's almost won, but here's this massive port city that still has ships and trade going to who knows where. You know, I feel like they have loads of space. They could do 6 seasons of just one ground campaign on this continent and then move to another one.
Sounds like a terrible idea. Let's not do that.
It does. It sounds like a terrible idea. But they gave us all this world and no answers for it, you know? That's my problem with this show so far.
Yeah.
And we've got 2 episodes, I believe, until the end of season 1. And who knows if it gets renewed.
True. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this season wraps up. Mm.
Yeah, 12 episodes. That's right. Sorry, I just realized
All
that there's
right.
a bunch of alternative titles listed on my anime list.
Mm-hmm.
Synonyms: sentence to be brave, punishment. Punishment for brave hero 90004 corpse prison record. Sentence to hero punishment the service records of the 9004th penitent hero corps. Hero punishment
Oh,
sentence to be a hero the prison records of a penal hero unit 9004. And these are all alternative titles apparently.
that's interesting. Like so many of them have, like they think it matters what the number of their unit is.
Yeah, like
When in this, like, no.
in the story we've been given, would you have believed that this is the only hero penal unit they have?
Yes,
Yeah.
easily.
No, this is the 9004th. Excuse me.
Does that mean? Well, does it mean all the other ones are dead?
Well, they can,
Possibly.
but they can bring them back. We know they can. They've not dared to kill any of these characters yet, but we're told that they can bring
Right.
them back.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's weird. That's really weird. I wonder if they're ever going to get into that. Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. All right, should we do some Warhammer?
Warhammer. Woo.
We read The Saint this week. Well,
The Saint,
Honor Guard as part of The Saint.
yeah, the Saint
omnibus.
is the omnibus. The book we read was Honor God by Dan Abnett.
Yeah. So I'd like to point out,
Uh,
not really an Honor Guard in this book.
but they are an honor guard. That's the
They don't.
that's the thing. They're gonna be an honor guard.
They don't. They're going to be an Honor Guard, right?
But
They never actually do that.
Well, they guard the saint with honor. I feel like that's close enough. Just because it turns out the
Okay.
saint doesn't go anywhere, and the whole point is, well, the whole name is
Right.
moot by that point.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
Anyway, Dan Abnett, good stuff. Yep.
I feel like honor guard here makes more sense contextually, at least than Legion. Like, let's put it above that for you.
Sure. Yep.
Okay, great.
Sure. 100%.
We can agree on that. All right.
Yeah, we can.
So, do you want to go through the general plot summary?
Yeah, sure thing. So Gaunt and his ghosts are out here on it's on a
Heya.
planet that's part of this Heya, that's part of a group of planets.
Heya, and it's part of the Sabbat Worlds, and this is the Sabbat
this-
Worlds Crusade.
Right. So the whole point is that the Imperium's trying to retake these Sabbat worlds because Chaos took them. And
to be
they've
fair-
spent a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of effort getting these worlds back. And they got about 3/4 of the way there. And then they're starting to hit really big snags.
Yeah, so I don't think Heya is ever a planet that has fallen at this point.
Fair.
So
Doesn't seem like it.
no, but it's being invaded, and it's in general command of Lord General Lugo, who
Yep.
is a character, quite the character.
Who's a character, yeah, who is really all about doing everything super duper fast. To hell with the consequences. Like, even if you're ahead of schedule already, he's certainly going to tell you to do it even faster. God damn it.
Yeah,
Which
so
is great. Great character to have.
well, it turns out he has reasons, and that's because he's more interested in politicking and looking good to the new War Master than he is actually at taking the city intact or the Shrine Worlds intact. So he pushes Gaunt to take it quickly, which Gaunt has to because it's, like, Lugo's his boss.
Yep.
He does. They all walk into a trap. It's awful. They lose, like, the main cathedral on this Shrine World, which is kind of why they came. Gaunt
Well, they lose it, and it turns into a beacon beckoning a giant chaos fleet to the planet, which is even better.
Yeah, they use.
Yeah.
They use the Is it the patricians? No. They use one of the other guard regiments there as a blood sacrifice to summon reinforcements.
Right.
Gaunt takes this pretty badly, becomes an alcoholic, gets told his career is over, but we're going to give you one last tasking as an honor guard to go and collect the Saint bones. Like, go up to the mountains, the
The
secret hills,
relics.
the relics, go get the Saint herself and what's left of her,
Mm-hmm.
dead the last 6,000 years, and make it back in time for the evacuation, because we're just leaving.
Yeah, because the plan is we can't save the planet. We don't have enough forces to do that against the incoming fleet. So we're just going to grab all the relics and the people off of the planet. And then when we can get enough forces, we'll retake Haya and plant the people and the relics back there, and everything will be fine.
Yep.
But the people are like,
No.
fuck no, we can't. The relics have to stay here.
Yeah.
They can't be removed at all. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're only special because of the, like, in connection to the location that they're in, the Saints' homeworld. Right. Which, you know, fair point. They don't want to leave. Can't make them. Feels like.
Right. Totally not.
Yeah.
And yeah, they don't have any visual indication that their world is going to get destroyed. They can't see the incoming chaos fleet.
Mm-hmm.
So most of them are not going to believe that there's even a threat in the first place, or not. Maybe they believe it, but not enough that they actually want to leave their home.
Right.
In the face of it. That's hard enough in any way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so they don't want to go.
It's true.
And so Gaunt is sent on a mission to go get the specific saint's bones from the temple, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be some resistance there. There's going to be some chaos forces around, and it's going to be hard. But by golly, you got to do this. And when it's over, you're probably going to be stripped of your command and, I don't know, thrown in prison or something. I don't exactly know what they were going to do with Gaunt after this.
It's possible that they just strip him of his colonel commissar status and just have him be a commissar to a different thing.
That's not the worst thing.
Not the worst thing, but he feels like he's been bred for command, which he has. He was one of Slater's, like, favorites.
Right.
And so he's obviously also very attached to his ghosts.
Yep.
So that's probably a bad times for him. He doesn't want to do that.
Yeah. No, he really doesn't.
They also say that, like, the ghosts will probably be broken up piecemeal as, like, scouting specialists and just given to other regiments. And so
yeah, that's pretty bad too.
It's this kind of threat of, like, dissolution for the last of the Tanith people. Like, any chance for them to remember their customs together is just destroyed by that process, and the Imperium does not care.
No, I think that's literal genocide, is what that is.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
They still took on, like, an influx of Vagastites, which come up, like, a time again, that, like, they have to say, remember Vagast, remember Tanith, right? It's like these two tiers of people. A bunch of the Vagastites call the Tanith, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, like, Elijah Fethenku. I don't know if you like the character of Elijah Fethenku, but I don't. Yeah,
no.
No, don't get me wrong. I think he's written fine. He's creepy and scary and like a ganger, and I get it. But he gives me the heebie-jeebies, which is the point.
He's a sociopath.
Yeah, he absolutely is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we get lots of little bits where Dorden, the chief medic, is like, I must remember to talk to Gaunt about the Vagast being, like, second-tier citizens.
Right.
Within that. So we see more of that come up. Like, there's this...
Well, and specifically, the Tanith are heavily tattooed. And
Yeah.
so the other people are like, well, I got to get tattoos in order to fit in.
Yeah, you're not a ghost.
So there's, like, this one dude that does tattoos, but he charges a lot. And so some people are like, I can't afford that. I guess I'll just do it myself. The doctor's like, you guys, honestly.
Infection will
like
claim you faster than chaos.
Yeah, this is the 16th poorly done tattoo I've had coming over me to the last couple of weeks. Yeah. Gotta do something about it. Is anything done about it? No.
Yeah.
The story has to happen.
The events of the story happen, you know.
Yeah, they get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they travel to where this shrine is, and There's definitely resistance. They fight a Bane blade.
It's a it's a fathing Bane blade. I'd be running, says Gaunt to Hawk.
Yeah, Hark's like, you can't retreat, and Gaunt's like, you dummy, it's a Bane blade, or I'm running.
So Hawk is a great like red herring where it's like turns out he was on the Commissar's side the entire time.
He
Uh,
was,
did you
because
see
he
that coming?
knows that the general's an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. He never was outwardly antagonistic towards Gaunt.
I mean, they have an
He
entire
never
lunch and he never
did
looks at him.
anything. Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, if this guy hated Gaunt, he would have shot him some bad looks or said something. But he never does.
But-
so when it's when he's like, "All right, actually, I'm on your side with this whole thing,"
But he also never tries to ingratiate himself into the command
no,
structure. He's just like shows up and Gaunt's like, oh, he's just like this commissar that's going to be following us around, potentially executing my men. I'll have him
Yeah.
right at the back of the, the Congo line.
the convoy.
That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
one,
yeah,
right? So he's this,
yeah.
he's this figure of authority that's just like lurking in the background of every scene as I read, you know?
Right,
And he's-
right. He's just kind of like wandering.
Right, and like there's alluded to that like he's here to put Gaunt down if Gaunt can't do his job again, and he's like looking like he's going to fail, and that's the only reason he's here. He's like an executioner in waiting, which he will do if
Yep.
forced to it. Right? There's
Right.
like I really like that about Hawk, where the reveal is he's a commissar and he will do what a commissar has to, but he really doesn't want to. He doesn't want to do
Right.
this to Gaunt.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the character's
Agreed.
really fun like that.
Yes,
fun-
100%. I like him a lot.
Fun is
I
maybe
wasn't-
not the right word, but
Yeah, what's the
complex.
surprise?
Yeah,
Definitely a complex character, 100%.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they fight a Bane blade. They fight. I mean, this book is like 20% tank battles.
It is.
It's
yes.
a lot of tank fighting. And I was like, oh, great. Some tabletop guy really enjoys this tank battle stuff, I'm sure.
You don't like tank battles?
They're fine. They're interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, this was written for the tabletop crew to be like, hell yeah. My tank regiment is awesome, just like this.
Yeah, I feel like the infantry regiments are gonna get a lot out of the next lot of books because they're an infantry regiment primarily.
Correct. Which is always the case with Gaunt's Ghost, right? A lot of infantry.
A lot of
100%.
infantry. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So they're like, oh, shit, a Bane blade. Good thing we have these special rounds that can punch through the hull of a Bane blade. Not many people carry them, but this guy is always prepared. So he shoots special rounds that can penetrate the hull of a Bane blade and then dies. And he's like, I did what I came here to do. This is awesome.
Does he? Call
I never
them
thought I'd get the chance.
Does he call them an Auspex round? Is that?
Yeah, something like that.
Because Auspex is like their word for radar. And so I feel like
know.
they're shooting radar rounds at them, and it's like, okay, is this actually penetrating them, or is it just like...
It leaves a huge gaping hole that another tank commander shoots a rocket into and kills it. Yes, it's a literal hole.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's
What?
I think it's scanning the target it hits, finding structural weaknesses, and then the other guy's like, I'm using the hole in their armor, and I'm shooting exactly that point. That's how that sounded to me, because Auspex doesn't make sense as a round.
It really doesn't. Let me see if that's actually what they call it.
Well,
To the book. To the book. All specs.
Here's where I'm gonna find the like data slate for a Lehman Russ, and it's gonna be like, yeah, you can fire an Auspex round. It's just a
It's totally. They do that all the time.
yeah. Turns out it gives you a +1 to hit. You know.
I don't know. I don't know if that's what it is. Bane blade.
It's off. I think Bane blade.
Yeah,
So let's see.
The F word replacements in these books are always funny.
Lehman Russ battle tank has a heavy bolter, a heavy flamer, a heavy stubber, a hunter killer missile, a lance cannon, a Lehman Ross battle cannon, a multi-melter, a plasma cannon, or a plasma cannon supercharged. So no real
Nothing
ammo.
was called an Auspex round,
Yeah.
huh?
Oh, but these were Conqueror tanks, weren't they?
Ah.
So that'll be different. You gotta find the right thing.
Auger rounds.
Auger rounds.
Yep, found it.
Okay, that might just be like, oh,
So the trick was, yeah, here it is.
There is literally a a Lexicanum page for Auger Shell, and its source is Imperial Armor Volume 1 and Honor Guard. So yeah.
Here's how I kill Baneblade. This one time.
The intent was to create a shell that could deliver increased firepower compared to the standard ammunition of the Conqueror, for the purpose of allowing a Conqueror to take on more heavily armored enemies or fortifications. The Auger Shell consists of soft explosives encased in a thinner shell. On impact, the shell opens up, and the explosive is spread over the target before the base-mounted fuse detonates after it a microsecond. Detonates it after a microsecond.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a hollow point.
Yeah, basically.
Sort of. Yeah. So it says few Partis tank commanders carried auger shells as a matter of course because few ever expected to meet something genuinely tougher than themselves in the field. Cyrus was philosophically a tactical man. He was happy to sacrifice a few valuable places in his magazine for auger shells, just in case.
Right. So
Yeah.
an auger is still, in terms of 40k, something that is used to detect enemies. So like you can still have an auger array, which is like a satellite dish.
Right.
So I feel like Auspex and auger are very similar.
They are. But here's the actual line. Ready? Ignoring his auspex and
right.
sighting only by eye, referring to his rangefinder and crosswind indicator, Wool punched a high X shell through one of the profound holes Cirrus had made in the Baneblade's armor. There was a brief pause. Then the super heavy tank blew itself to pieces in a titanic eruption of heat and noise and light.
Yeah.
Who knew taking down a Baneblade was that easy?
So easy.
Punch a hole in it with an auger shell and then follow it up with something else. Bam, done. Easy.
Which no other book has ever done again based on the sources for auger shell.
Yes.
I do like there's one of the Gaunt Ghosts, he's been promoted to like platoon sergeant, and he's like, I gotta do this, then I'll be a hero. They'll look up to me like Gold Collier. He's got what they call a tread feather, which is just a, tread is in tread tank, feather is in fucker. It's a rocket launcher, and he's like, I just gotta shoot it, and then he like fires, and he's like, did I do it? And then it's like the book is literally, and then the Beyblade's coaxial turret fires off a short burst and cuts him in half, and he dies.
Yeah. Good stuff. Baneblades are scary.
It's scary stuff. So yeah, that was a Tanith character being worried that all the men look up to a Vogastite because he's a proper war hero, and he's not. He's just like, I'm still earning my stripes, even though he's been promoted to sergeant. I don't think that character is like thinking about the divide between Vogast and Tanith. He just is also like, but I'm not a war hero. Why was I given in charge? It's like an inferiority thing.
It is.
But the divide between Tanith and Vogast is possibly my favorite thing about this book, and possibly the next book. I don't think it gets resolved immediately. I'm pretty sure it happens in the next book as well. I really like that because there's a lot of like the Vogast sniper being like, the lady, she's like, I want to be a sniper, but they turn me down because we have strict limits on how many like scout snipers we have. Because otherwise everyone would want to be one, and she felt really bad.
Right.
But the moment one dies, she like takes his gun and is like, hell yeah. And Ku's like, I'm betting on her to beat Larkin.
Yeah.
So I really dig that.
That is fun.
What do you think about Gold Collier?
Fine character.
You don't remember him. He is the Vogast mining chief who stays behind with the wounded after the Baneblade battle, and they set up that little town. and he's
Yeah.
chatting with Anna Kurth and being like, "Are you saying I was a snob?" And he's like, "No, well, we're all wriggling our
Right.
toes and stuff." And then he's the guy whose kids Tona Creed rescued from Vergast, and he's like,
That he thought were dead.
she
Right.
has my kids. What do I do?"
Well, no, he knows what to do. It's leave them alone. Like, he doesn't want to upend their lives anymore. It seems like they're happy and content. And like, why throw a monkey wrench into that is his plan right now.
That is his plan, but do you think that's a good plan? Like,
No.
yeah, great. That's the answer I was looking
As
for.
someone with kids,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
So we'll go somewhere with that. Yeah.
We'll definitely go somewhere with that.
I liked the conversation where he's like, "Yeah, you didn't think you were hoity-toity, but did you ever refer to any of us by our first name?" And she's like, I do now. That's what matters, right?" Nice try. Nice try.
I really like Anna Kurth as a character. She goes on to be very, very interesting. We only get a little bit of her in this, but I like when Gaunt offers her a drink and she's like, "Yeah, sure, it's medicinal." You know?
I like it too. When is it the same guy who's like, "Don't tell anyone about my kids." Like, and don't tell Dorden about it, because he's got patient confidentiality too, but he's the kind of guy that will do something about it anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Accurate read. He would.
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely love Stay and Listen-O's Weil. You know, Ayatani's Weil, this old priest that they find building
he's
like a church with sticks and branches.
He's repairing a shrine along the pilgrimage road, right?
And he's like, got a beard so long he whips it over his shoulder to keep it out of the way, and when he's sweating,
he
he's
uses
like...
it to wipe sweat off his forehead. Yeah, gross.
He's absolutely great as a priest because he's just like, "Oh, there's a hidden cache of Ayatani gold in the hills." Really? And they're like, "No." And he's like, "Damn, I didn't want to be the last person to know if there was."
Yeah, he's funny. I like him a lot. He calls pilgrims the Infardi.
Right, which is a word that the Chaos Troops like adopted to desecrate the planet.
Right.
So there is a thing that gets kind of confusing where Gaunt adopts Ayatani's Weil's language for the enemy as the Ishul, which means like shit eaters.
Yeah.
And you have this side plot where Colm Corbeck and the Wounded are making their way secretly up to the mountain to like also be there with the Sabbat. And like they find him and they're like, "Oh my god, why did you come?" It's like, "Well, we were talked to by the saint into coming." And Weil's like, "Oh, they're in Fardi." And Ron's like immediately drawing his pistol. People he's known for years. "You're in Fardi?" Because it means Chaos Troop to him.
Right.
But he's like immediately willing to go and shoot his people he's known for years. Just because they get called the word.
I mean, it's drilled into him that anyone can be a chaos spy at any moment. So yeah, absolutely. That's the right reaction. So they get up there and they're like, "Aha, we have found the shrine with the bones of the saint." And we've been having dreams and hearing voices that maybe sounds like the saint is drawing us up to the shrine. She has something she wants from us. And it turns out that there's some ancient Adeptus Mechanicus techno relic there.
Right.
For the protection of the shrine that was there 6,000 years ago. If something ever happened, like, an entire chaos invasion.
Yeah.
They've got some MacGuffin under the earth that you can power and win.
Deus
and I was like,
Mechanica.
Wow. Yeah, it really is.
It's both Deus and Mechanica. Like,
so what makes it worse is that it's like you go through all this trouble to activate it, and it requires a sacrifice. So one of the troopers who's got PTSD anyway,
Yeah, just kill the people with PTSD. Yep.
yeah, ends up dying for it. And then it's like, and then bam, pulse happens, we win, book ends.
Forget.
And I'm like, but is there what?
Dan Abnett has a like a track record of just ending books. He's like,
Yes.
This
is a really bad one.
It is, but there's like one thing that I kind of like about it, which is
okay,
we're told that this is not really a miracle, that this is just psychotechnology that the Mechanicus installed 6,000 years ago, and we're just supposed to believe it still works.
Yeah.
Like which psychobrain is at the bottom of the mountain powering that? Do you think, Ibram? I think they're dead. I think that servitor is dead. You know?
Right.
So I think,
and you can't even say that it's like ancient archaeotech because it's only 6,000 years ago and not 50,000 years ago.
You know, what might be considered, like, his sword is considered archaeotech because they don't know who made it. You know, it's but it's still just.
So I guess it could be archaeotech.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's archaeotech, Omicron. We don't understand it. It just works.
Maybe. I mean, yes, it's definitely, we don't understand it. It just works because it's a book and it doesn't have to be real. But when this trooper with PTSD is inserting this little relic into a slot to activate it, he takes the same 9 blessed holy wounds that that the Sabbat, the Beati, as Weil will say in the audiobooks, did. And so, is this actually a piece of faith that has been self-perpetuated by the spirit of the martyr? Right? Like, she's hung around there, and maybe there was something deep in the mountain, but her warp ghost, I don't know, her faith has kept her spirit alive, believing it would activate, and it's actually a faith thing that happens, or is it a mechanical thing? And based on the words on the book, it could be either.
Right. Totally.
So it might
could be either.
It might be a faith thing in the Emperor that suddenly burns all the Infati to death, you know, on the road and the mountain. Like, they go out there and all the tanks are empty and, you know, it blows a warp storm away, and the entire fleet has definitely been, like, pushed out of the warp or off course, and they're definitely not coming anymore. Or if they do, they'll be late, you know?
Yeah. I was like, how far is the fleet being pushed? I'm curious.
Yeah. I really do think that the Saint would know that Gaunt and these people are going to react better if they're told that this is like a mechanical thing that the Mechanicus has just installed. But I don't think it is, because if they had that thing, you'd be putting one on every planet.
Yeah, it seems real powerful.
Uh-huh.
Somehow only tuned to damage chaos is a really useful weapon.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know, man. But again, welcome to Warhammer, where you can do this. You can introduce an amazing miracle weapon that only deals damage to chaos in a wide area and is incredibly effective, and then never talk about it again.
So does it only deal damage? Like, yes, it showed that it's only dealing damage.
Yes.
But I'm thinking, what if someone didn't know they were chaos? What if there was an Alpha Legion there? Would he die if he's been mind controlled? Or like
probably.
Like if he didn't know he was an Alpha Legion, like in that other book where he was in deep cover.
So here's what it says it does.
Yeah.
It sends abject fear into the souls of the chaos spawn infesting the planet, and then cremates the minds of Urshul hosts choking up across the promontory locally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it burnt all the minds of...
I don't think it even kills everyone on the planet, all the chaos on the planet.
Well, just the people
on
the
mountain.
Afraid. Well, it burnt the mind of the Urshuls. It burnt their minds. That kills them.
Of the Urshul hosts choking up across the promontory. Not all of them. Well, maybe it is, but it doesn't say that.
Just the people on the mountain, at least. But I mean, that's still 500 tanks. That's more than what we were told was in the city. I feel like it's a lot. It's their main force. I do really like that this Saint had a prophecy. It was like, if my bones ever leave this planet, we'll lose all of my worlds to Chaos for all time. And Chaos is just like, well, we'll invade and go take her bones. That's the entire
Yeah.
thing that they want to. It's like, it didn't say if the Imperium removes their bones, we could do that.
Right. Not absolutely smart way to go about it, Chaos. Chaos
Yeah.
isn't always dumb.
No,
Sometimes they're smart.
actually thinking
Yeah.
about it, having a good think about it.
I thought it was interesting too that the story of the saint is that she had this like premonition that allowed her to see the future and allowed her to defeat her enemies, but then it like went away and she lost. I was like, what happened? How does that work exactly?
Well, she knew it was time.
I guess.
I guess.
I guess. I mean, do we just assume she was a psyker? Like,
Wow. I mean, is faith warp psychery? Yes. Do you have to be a
Right.
psyker to use it? I don't know.
yeah, so functionally the same thing as a psyker, even if you don't want to call it that.
Right. Even if the church would like
Yeah.
burn you for calling it that. No. Our saints aren't psychers. They're saints. Different.
Yeah, they're saints. Yeah, they're blessed by the emperor,
For sure.
given power from him.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm,
Yep.
What did you think about Hagi's system of letting people just study forever until they find their way with Sanyan, this shaved head Ayatani girl?
Fairly common trope. Like, I don't know. I feel like I've seen this a few times.
In
Where
Warhammer,
there's a
though,
native people. Maybe not. Maybe other places. But it
Warhammer-
wasn't. I mean, I wasn't like.
It's like, hey, go study forever, learn everything. You know, don't worry about
Yeah, but not
feeding the war
forever.
machine. Well, but if you never find your path, then your path is just study. She seems
don't-
chill with that.
Well, she's at peace with not having found her path yet.
By the end of
I
the book,
don't-
she has.
they didn't really-
Yeah.
And she does, right? I don't know that anyone. I mean, we don't have a lot of conversations with these people about this, but I don't seem like anyone's ever just studying until they die. It seems like everyone finds their path at some point
Maybe.
because they're so confident that
You will.
you're going to find your path. You're not like, oh, remember John from 30 years ago never found his path. Maybe that's you, you know?
Right, well, I mean, one, would it be interesting to write about that? I don't know. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Yeah, I had a point that I was about to make. I don't remember what it was. It's going so quick.
Fair enough.
Couldn't have been important.
But yeah, the conversation they have with one of them where it's like, war is all that matters.
Sanyan.
Like,
yeah.
without war, we don't get our peace. We can't study if our planet is conquered by chaos and it's only defended by warriors like you, right? And it's like, yeah, that's true. It kind of sucks, but it's true.
Yeah. Sanyan and Milo, she kisses his cheek a little budding romance, you think?
Long term, no.
Long term though. Okay. Fair enough. I'm curious
you know.
I'm curious to have you make predictions about these characters because I definitely know already.
Right. I
Right.
get that. Does Milo ever become anything more than a mascot to the men within Gaunt's Ghosts?
I mean, I think we're still waiting on is Bryn Milo magic to pay off, right? Like, he's hearing voices from a saint who's been dead 6,000 years. He might be magic.
So are like 6 other people in the story, though.
They could all be magic.
They could all be magic. That reminds me, the priests at the shrine are like, what the hell? Why are we hearing the saint's voice? We're good people, too.
Yeah, we're her chosen sons. Like, yeah.
They get so mad about it. It's very funny.
Why is it that? And like, well, I think there's a Zweil gives like a you these people are actually faithful. You guys have been doing this because it's like an inherited position or whatever. You do it. You do it out of duty. But I think the thing that they're missing is that Saint Sabat was a warrior herself. Like she had her own power armor, right? And so naturally, she should resonate more with warriors.
She'd call more to warriors than priests.
I feel like that's a great point that's just not made in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should write these things.
I should. Dan Abnett, let me be
Mhm.
your copy editor. What could go
Yeah.
wrong?
First of all, write actual endings, Dan. Don't be like, and then the good guys won. The end.
And they all went back to
I
Terra
was
and
like, there has
partied
to
up with
be
the
an.
Emperor.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, there must be an epilogue here somewhere. And I was reading, I'm like, this is a prologue to the next story. This isn't what I want at all.
They immediately move into the Guns of Tanith. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Uh,
Anyways,
wow.
good times.
Up next is Guns of Tanith.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what to say about it now. You will get to it next week.
We
Actually,
will. It'll be great.
do know what to say about the Guns of Tanith. Which is Dan has actually written spin-offs to this book. We're going to meet Fantine fighter races in this book. Like they have airplanes, right?
Right.
And they're
Classic.
aces. Yep. And then he decides, well, that was so good, let's write a spin-off. And he did. In 2004, he wrote Double Eagle, which is a good book. So maybe we pivot to that, because Double Eagle got a sequel last year, or the year before, the very end of 2024. So he did a
From 04 to 2024?
He did a 20 years later sequel with Interceptor City, which genuinely, that book in the prologue gave me like anxiety about how they were launching their ships. It's like he puts you in a cockpit and then says, these planes in a hive city to get into fighting don't have a runway to take off, right? So what they do is they perch on like mechanical claw legs that then rotate them over the edge of a building and then just drop and start their engine mid free fall.
Awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And terrifying.
And terrifying. So we can do a spin-off and hit those when they're appropriate to, or we can come back to them later, but they're worth the read themselves as well.
That's cool.
Yep.
I like it.
All right. Is that it for today?
I think that's it.
Cool.
Oh, one thing I just want to say, there's a group that follows Gaunt's group and gets there late. And they take an alternate path and have to climb this like 15,000 step set of stairs in the snow.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, of all the things in this book, I think that's the one I'm out on. Like, I'll fight a Baneblade. I'm not climbing 15,000 steps.
So you would never, like, okay, let's take out the snow. Would you do it then? Like, you've got 5, they say it takes like able-bodied people 5 days to do this.
Right.
Are you doing that?
I mean, you're right that the snow makes it a billion times worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To put it in comparison, climbing Mount Fuji only takes 2 days in Japan, right?
Right. Right.
I mean, and then
it's a legitimate mountain.
And they don't even have stairs for it, all of it, you know? It's like you're just climbing up a mountain, right?
Yeah.
This is at least all stair.
Right. I'm not sure how much that helps, though.
I mean, at least when you sleep, it's on a flat surface.
That's true, but dude, they wake up buried in snow one of the times.
It's true.
And I was like, nope, out. Like, waking up, buried in snow, freezing to death, and you have another 10,000 steps to go. I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm throwing myself off of this mountain. It's over. Quest complete for me. So terrible.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Note to self, do not invite Falcon to climb Mount Fuji in the snow.
No. In the summer, maybe. I've done hiking. I can do mountains. But, man, put me in the snow, I'm done.
I don't think I'd do it in the summer. It gets hot.
It gets really hot. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I might be going to Japan in October if you want to meet me there.
Really? Yeah. That's cool. Where are you going to go?
So me and my former housemate are just looking at, like, pre-planned packages.
Mm.
And so like a 14-day tour gives you like Kyoto, Tokyo, Hiroshima, and all these other
Mm-hmm.
places. And like every
14 days. That's nice.
yeah, they're expensive, but not terribly expensive. I was really surprised that it's
Right.
like for 3 people, 14 days, it's $3,500.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Seems reasonable. Yeah. I don't know if this includes flights now that I'm looking at it because I've had a bunch of pages open. Which flights are not terribly expensive to Japan. It's close to Australia.
I mean,
Yeah, relatively, you know.
correlatively.
Corella. Yeah, it's only 13 parsecs away. Oh man, so I was going to watch Star Wars. I was going to watch Attack of the Clones and then watch Rise of Skywalker back to
Oh,
back. Based on
yeah.
this conversation we had in our streams, you guys should tune into our Road Trader streams. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to sign up for Disney Plus to do this. Like, it's not worth a month subscription.
No.
But I know
To watch the two worst Star Wars movies.
right. So instead, I said, okay, I will look at renting them on YouTube. Right.
Right.
You can get Attack of the Clones, but you can't get Rise of Skywalker or Phantom Menace.
Oh.
So here, I
So
Googled.
Rise of Skywalker, I was like, maybe it's too new, but
No. So here's the movies you
that's
can
not it.
get when you search for Star Wars movies. Here's what comes up under YouTube Primetime movies for sale: Rogue One, The Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Attack of the Clones, and Solo. So
That's a weird selection.
none of the
Yeah.
original trilogy, not Phantom Menace, not Revenge of the Sith, and not Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Don't know
Huh.
why.
So did you watch Attack of the Clones?
No, and I realized I couldn't get both. I was like, I'm not going to select myself to one of these.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair and just.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Yeah, because that was the question was, which one is worse?
Yeah. I just realized I might own these movies already on the Microsoft Store.
Oh.
So I might need to check that.
Good old Microsoft Store. Source of all things.
They
Aren't they shutting down?
They shut that down a while ago. Yeah. They're going to be like, you
Yeah.
can still have all the stuff you already bought, but you can't buy anything more. And I'm like, great. So my digital library will be forever split in twain.
Are they gonna let you download your digital library to physical media, like a hard drive or something, or no?
I mean, I could. Like, I've downloaded some of it. It's just a file on your thing, but it's all protected by, like, the Windows 10 DRM. So it's like, okay, if you're not connected to the internet and signed into your account in Windows, it won't play.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yep. Let's see. Too many movies. I really don't like opening this file, this folder to be like, show me what movies I own, because it takes forever to load. And I very much assume one of the reasons I had to stop using it was when I would watch a movie, if I paused it, it would basically break the playback.
Right.
And I
remember
assume,
complaining about that.
I assume it's just because of DRM checking for like 10,000 files, you know. I do own A New Hope, Attack of the Clones, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and The Phantom Menace in
Look at that.
Microsoft Store.
Look at that.
So that still is not Rise of Skywalker.
Damn it, you're right.
Yeah. Maybe 1 month of Disney Plus will not be so bad to do this thought experiment of which is worse back to back.
I mean, you should watch something good too. Don't just watch the two worst ones and be like, mission accomplished.
I assume Disney Plus has something good on it that I can watch at the moment.
Yeah.
Can't be all bad. Yeah, maybe.
Man, Andor's so good.
I saw a recap video on like catching up on everything that's happened post Endgame in Marvel. and it was like, this is what the CGI looks like, and it's Doctor Strange with his third eye and MODOK
Yeah.
with his big person body from,
Yep.
and then it's like Hulk has a son now, and I'm like, what? I missed all of
Yeah.
this.
Yes. This is the end of She-Hulk. Apropos of nothing,
He just has a son,
Hulk shows up and he's like, "I've got a son. Here he is."
but he's like
The
a
end.
25-year-old guy. Like, I saw a photo. He doesn't look like a child.
Nope.
He looks like a grown person, which means he would have had to have Hulk smashed in like the 90s.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Okay, I thought you
I
watched
don't
She-Hulk.
understand it. They didn't explain anything.
Okay. Okay.
Didn't you watch She-Hulk? I thought we
No.
both watched She-Hulk.
No, I didn't watch She-Hulk.
Oh, you were smart.
Is it not good?
No, it's
Okay.
not good.
Okay. Oh, there are actually other movies when you search for Star Wars movies on YouTube. It also comes up with The People versus George Lucas and Star Wars: The Clone Wars movie and Elstree
Ooh.
1976, which has a bunch of like, it's a documentary and it has Star Wars people like holding their helmets and it's just shots of them like chest high. And then a movie that came out in 2020 called Battle Star Wars.
2020?
Yeah, it's a direct to streaming video, like what used to be direct to video movie.
Yeah.
It does not look good. It's free, and even I won't watch it.
Is there like a synopsis?
I mean, I can look it up.
I'm curious what they try to do here in 2020 in the Star Wars universe.
It's not a Star Wars movie.
Oh.
It's just called Battle Star Wars.
Ah.
It is very much a knockoff. When the leader of the evil coalition just threatens to destroy a rebel planet for its resources, his daughter will have no choice but to join the rebel side and fight for what is right.
Sounds like it's a bad Star Wars movie.
It sounds like a bad Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway,
Gross.
Firefly's coming back.
It is, but animated.
What's wrong with that?
I want to see the actors again. I miss those people.
But they're so very clearly 20 years older than when they were in their 20s.
Yeah, you know how many actors are 40 to 50 to 60 years old and are still acting? A lot. Tom Cruise is like 69.
Yeah, but he's not reprising a role pretending to be in his
Are
20s
you
again.
fucking kidding me? He's been Ethan Hunt since the year 1998.
Who's Ethan Hunt? Oh, Tom Cruise.
The Mission Impossible guy.
You said, you didn't say Tom Cruise. You said Tom Hanks.
No,
You said Tom Hanks.
maybe I did. Tom Cruise.
Right, but
Tom Cruise.
But he's not going back and playing a younger version than he is now.
You don't have to.
You do.
You can do Firefly with "We're old now."
But Alan Tudyk is dead.
Yes, that's true.
And you have to recast Shepard Book because unfortunately the actor is dead.
No, he can just be dead. He dies in Serenity. Why does Shepard Book have to be around?
Because it's not Firefly without Shepard Book.
Oh, interesting.
He's a pivotal character. And like, if you're gonna be like Serenity is canon, Book is dead, you have to be Serenity is canon and say Tudyk is dead.
Yes, Wash is also dead. That's true. Okay, so is this going to go back and try to tell stories in the Firefly run when it was on Fox?
I assume so, which is why animated is a great pick. Because then you just have all you just have everyone.
I know, but they're going to
voice roll it.
Sound older. Because it's been 20 years.
Yeah, but sound older is better than look very much older and sound older.
You're right. I'm just saying they will sound older. They will not be the same thing. I don't know. If it's good, it's good. And if it's good, I'll watch it. And if it's bad, it's bad. I won't watch it. But I wish it was the live action. And I've seen people be like, I hate animation. I don't know why it's animated. I like animation. You know this. This is not a Brandon hates animation thing.
Brandon.
Yeah. Yep, that's me.
I just wish they had
Aha!
dropped.
Easter egg.
I just wish they had dropped a trailer. You know,
Mm,
given us something to be like. Yes, I get it. This art style is very still evocative of these characters. Like they look like their characters at the very least. Um, because I think
yeah,
there's
that'd be nice.
comics and like they do well in comics to look like their characters. Obviously, there's no voice. I do think it would be very weird to go back and be like, okay, we're setting this before Firefly. Here's Summer Glau, a 41-year-old woman playing a runaway teenager.
Right.
That would
Tough.
be just wild to do.
It would.
Anyway, are we wrapping up?
Yeah, I say we wrap it up.
Okay.
All right. To do some Rogue Trader, though.
Let's do some Rogue Trader.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Another edition of the Falcon Paladin Hour with Somicron and Falcon Paladin here at twitch.tv/Somicron every single week. Usually Monday America, Tuesday Australia, but sometimes it's Tuesday and Wednesday depending on schedules and stuff. So just whenever we're live, you can support the podcast by going to youtube.com/@Somicron, subscribing there where the VODs go. You can also subscribe to this channel. Woo! You can do a Prime sub if you're a Prime member. Good stuff. You can also buy merch at falconpaladin.store or go to patreon.com/Somicron and pledge on a monthly basis there too, which is also fancy. So we'll see you next week. Got more Warhammer to talk about, more anime stuff, maybe more Firefly news if we get some of that.
It'd be nice.
It would be. But yeah, thanks for hanging